Greetings. I'm just here briefly to comment on the recent events of Brother Polight being found guilty and sentenced to 7 years in prison for aggravated child abuse, which was basically molestation of the 14-year-old daughter of his wife. And Polight was a conscious community influencer and also the protege of Dr. Malachi York, a cult leader who was also convicted and imprisoned for being a chomo in 2001. And Polight was put before our people by SaNeter, of which he and many others in his circle already knew that Polight was a pedo years before these recent charges. When this first was charged, they were pretending like they had no idea. Some people were saying they were placing bets that he would be innocent, that he was going to come out of this. This is what they were betting on. Meanwhile, people that knew the truth, these same people were calling them slanderers. These same people were saying that the people that were saying, revealing that this information was already known about Polight, they were saying they had an agenda. They were trying to spin a narrative. They were trying to slander, so on and so forth, and I was one of those people. So there was a lot of individuals that did that, and I just want to highlight one of those individuals right now. And you may not know who this person is. If you don't, let me go ahead and introduce you to this person if you don't know. This is him right here.
I don't know what happened with Polight and that girl until that case comes clear. I don't know anything about anything that anybody is allegedly saying. It's none of my goddamn business. It's none of my goddamn business. It's none of my goddamn business.
So you just went to the slander because, you know, the slander works. People love the slander in this community. That man not gonna continue to sit back and let you degrade his product.
50 videos talking about shit we already know, things we already know what happened in this community, things we already know what happened in this community.
Tired of a lot of the slander, a lot of the accusations and allegedly this, and you know, a lot of the allegedly.
Because what y'all niggas is doing, you, Frenchie, Victor, all you crazy motherfuckers, y'all running with a, what's it called, a narrative that you yourself don't even understand. And I have every right to sit up here and ignore that shit. And I have every right to sit up here and ignore that shit. And I have every right to sit up here and ignore that shit and handle my position strictly as a debater. I don't care about that shit. I don't care about that shit.
He has pedophiles on his roster. He has pedophiles over there. He has pedophiles over there. Family, he has pedophiles. Who? Who's been convicted of pedophilia?
Everybody eating off that man. Why? Because he's the pillar in the community. I saw one dude, he on there like, I don't know if Polight did it or not, but I feel as if he's guilty. Oh man, shut up.
What that got to do with SaNeter? I hate that shit, man. I'm clear, bro. I hate that shit, man. And me and Polight
What that
had
got to
issues
do with SaNeter? You can literally let it go. You can literally let it go.
How is SaNeter responsible for that? Nobody cared, dude. Nobody cared, dude.
How many times did you say I ain't going back on that show because he knows about Renette? How many times did you
Renette? What is Renette?
Don't stop it. Stop it, dude.
I don't know what Renette is.
I've been sitting back and watch you play dumb for a while now.
Who is Renette? I'm asking you. I don't know who he is.
Why are you pretending like you just not?
Don't know what he talking about.
6'4", point guard. Ain't turned the ball over since I was 5 years old. Fuck out of here. I want all the smoke on that shit. All little talking points that y'all making on this YouTube shit, I will melt you niggas out here. You ain't academics, you just ain't smart, and you ain't got the charisma. You ain't got what I got. Coming on here making allegations about me being fake. when SaNeter has already addressed that narrative. I'll melt your ass. Fuck out of here.
Our platforms can be quite toxic. They become toxic because people come into the community not understanding how to maintain their decorum.
Here's what I got to say to you. Man, fuck you. And die. And I hope you get hit by a bus later on. And fuck your life, you bitch made ass nigga.
Macho! Oh! You did call me and tell me so I didn't pay you, so I wasn't lying.
Yes, I said that.
No, fuck you, Neo-X. Fuck you. That's the thing I notice about black people. Y'all take this YouTube stuff too serious.
Their decorum. Their decorum.
I don't hear nobody right now.
Fuck this debate.
I like to consider ourselves brands, brand name. Like you drink Pepsi, or like you drink Coke, if you're from the Midwest or Detroit, Faygo, right? Stroll's ice cream, Edie's ice cream, etc. Those are all brands. We are all brands.
Lane that way, we won't read your book on we won't show the pages. We won't show the pages. You're running around striking everybody's channels when you the one putting out misinformation about our Holocaust because you're trying to make $1. Then I gotta ask myself, what is it that you're really trying to do, prove, or get? You're trying to get paid, dog.
I spoke to the brothers, and they like, yo, Sal, you know, I don't really want to do this. God damn it, you fucking up our bag, Chris. You really fucking up our bag at this point. I ain't afraid to say that shit. This shit is a business. If you ain't on here and you ain't looking to make a way to get that bag without selling out your people, without robbing and stealing from your people, I tell you why I'm here. I'm here to get that money. Now, you know people gonna take that clip and say, oh, SaNeter said he's just here to get the money. Everybody know SaNeter's trying to make $1. Damn right.
You know what I'm gonna do, SaNeter? I'm gonna fall back off of it for right now.
This Saturday, we're gonna dissect this book on SaNeter. How about that? You got the right one doing it now. You got the right one doing it now.
Okay, so that last clip I put in to show how he threw that jab at Jabari. Why? Because like a lot of people, he's trying to separate himself from the fallout from Polight being guilty. And the way he's trying to do that now is to say, well, I'm separating myself now from that clique because of moral conscience. I'm just now finding out that these people already knew that Polight was a chokehold. And now that I just found that out, I have to do the right thing. And I'm just here to let y'all know, Chris always knew and always thought that Sa already knew Polight was like that. And to show you more proof of that, this is the clip that you saw earlier where he booted me off his own panel months ago where this was talked about. Now, if he didn't know, he would have had some questions saying, wait, why didn't I know? Why didn't y'all tell me? What are y'all talking about? You see him sitting in the back quiet while this is being discussed. Why? Because he already knows.
But just because a person is an elder does not mean that you don't hold him accountable because he kept bringing him back. After everything, after all the allegations and everything started coming out to be true, he kept bringing them back. He's not held accountable for what Polight is doing now or what he did to that 14-year-old girl, but he is accountable for keep bringing this nigga back after everything this nigga was doing. So why would you bring the nigga back after you knew the nigga lied about the cargo minium scam? Why would you bring him back after that? Why would you bring him back? Why would you bring him back?
It's not about SaNeter. Don't make it
No,
about
it's not. No, that's not. It's not about SaNeter. But we do gotta hold the elders accountable when they make a mistake. For anybody to say that
he don't he not fucking this that decided to know that he was fucking with underage girls, then why decided to call the baby out to York?
Yeah, that's a whole different topic. I was just trying to address it from the
So I mean,
position.
but it's a simple way to alleviate these talking points. Why decided to call the baby out to York?
SaNeter said he was cutting on him. He wasn't for real about that.
No, but when you go do the research, that's cap.
You on here pretending that you didn't already know Polight was a fucking scumbag. And you need to come clean, Chris.
Okay, so I don't know if he was a pedophile or anything like that. And I don't, I'm not, hold on, slow your roll. Hold on, no, slow your roll, no, you're gonna let me talk.
Slow your roll.
No, pause. I don't associate with Polight. So what difference does it make? 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 See, this is the narrative I try to tell y'all about. What they do is, because you're on a platform and somebody else is on a platform, now they want to create a new narrative and say, we're not going to act like you did not know what he was doing.
You told me that you had no recollection of Polight ever being with a underage individual.
And I still stand by that. Regardless of what these niggas try to paint a picture, because deep in their heart, they already have some hatred or whatever that they want to associate me with another nigga. I don't know where they get that from. I don't know where they get that from. All I can say is fuck these niggas at this time. Let them niggas do what they gonna be and do what they want to do. I got to continue to rock and run my platform. Now, as far as the DNA being on the headscarf and stuff like that, yes, and believe me, I spoke to him about all of that. And he straight up said that was the mother headscarf. And so that's why I said I need to wait. In my mind, I'm like, yo, this nigga could be guilty. And on the other side, I'm like, damn, what if this nigga didn't do that? Because if they took a rape test, right? And they ain't find no DNA in the body, so now we know you didn't do no penetration. We know you didn't do no oral sex with her. We know you didn't do this with her. Why would they dismiss or throw out any of those charges?
What about the drugs?
I don't know if it was drugs. Do it say drugs on the report?
I'm not sure about
alcohol. Yeah, I think it was alcohol.
Yeah.
Now he did told me that she do drink liquor or drink beer. He told me that. He did say, yeah, she do drink. So if she do drink, and I'm not trying to blame the goddamn mother or none of that, you best believe the mama know that. But I'm just saying the mother knows she probably been drinking. You know, that's all I'm saying.
All right, D-Red, did you have anything you want to ask SaNeter?
So you can see the show that's being put on here. Basically because I had brought up that Sa knew earlier on. But see, when it was brought up, the very thing that I brought up that Sa already knew, then you can see he's just sitting back there quiet. Like I told you before, if he really had no clue of what was going on, like he's trying to portray and try to smear me like I'm the idiot, he would have had some questions for these brothers. But you see, he's sitting back there quiet. So now he wants to separate himself from SaNeter. Listen to his own words based on the reasons why he wants to do that he just said the other day. And it reveals, if you're paying attention, what his actual intention is for separating. Pay attention.
When the woman spoke, I actually welled up a lot. And it made me start to think. Because I have a brand, people listen to me, guess what? I'm going to let my people know. I can't associate myself with the brand until it is cleaned up. But I have to stand on the morals and the ethics in which I was raised on.
I began to look at things differently when you said I wasn't Bishop K. I began to look at things differently when you said I wasn't Bishop K. I began to look at things differently when you said I wasn't Bishop K.
Now, if you choose to believe that Chris is actually remorseful for having a connection to SaNeter, and listening to the mother's voice choked him up and made him have a change of heart, and now he feels bad. If you believe all that, then we should be very confused right now, because which is it? When did he have a change of heart? So all of a sudden it just popped into his mind that Saw already knew. Why am I going through all this? Because when I said the very same thing that Saw already knew, I got accused. You saw some of the clips already. But now that he's mad and he's having another Chrissy fit, now it's okay for him to be out talking about he already knew, because it's the right thing to do. No. Or did he change his mind because he didn't get a debate? Or did he see things differently when Sa said he wasn't HOK? Which is it? What it is, Chris wanted to be top dog. That's why, even though he knew a debate was in the works with Jabari, he was on his channel dealing with Dane Calloway's book and dealing with the information. You already heard what he said about that. It's not about, it has nothing to do with Polight. It has nothing to do with the little girl. It has nothing to do with the information. It has to do with Chris wanting to be the top dog, which is how he always was. Same thing with what he did with Torah Knights. He was over there because he wanted to dethrone Judah Nazareth. How do I know? Because he told me. Had nothing to do with teaching the Bible. He didn't even believe in the Bible. He was all up in Kemet over there pretending. Because that's what he does. Chris wants to be the head of attention. So he was mad. He was mad. He's leaving SaNeter because he wanted to be in Jabari's spot. And he's trying to make it look like something else at the expense of a serious situation of a young girl that got abused, molested basically, in our community. And to be quite frank, I'm pretty tired of people pretending that they care about this situation. Meanwhile, the people that really care get smeared, get dragged. I don't deal with none of them. I advise that you don't deal with none of these people. And I just want to say, anybody associated with these people, especially the ones pretending to be Pan-African and pro-black, still part of that circle. I advise those of you who really do care about our people, get as far away from these people as you can. And as far as, oh, this is about views, I'm trying to get views. If anybody is associated with any of these people, stay the hell away from my channel. If you're one of my subscribers that deal with these people, please unsubscribe. So I needed to get that straight. So yeah, I had a little fun with this because it's just time for all this goofiness to end. And I also hope that Polight's other victims, now that he's locked up, Renentet and the others might be comfortable enough to talk, and then that'll really end all this. Real accountability needs to be taken. That's all I have to say. Shout out to the real ones. Peace, Black African, actual Black African power.